Hello everybody, Ryker here, switching things up a little bit. Unfortunately, Ben won't be here this podcast. However, great game to cover. The Raptors had a 102-87 victory against the Sacramento Kings tonight. This comes as Dwayne Casey's 500th career game as a head coach of the Toronto Raptors and his 278th career victory. Pretty fantastic stats. I'm not sure if all Raptors fans would agree with me. I certainly had my hesitations on whether or not he would be the most effective coach for the Raptors before the season started, but so far he's been doing a fantastic job in both rallying the starters, rallying the bench. Really great to see. More importantly, the Raps snap a 7-game road losing streak against the Sacramento Kings, and DeMar DeRozan gets his first ever victory in Sacramento. To his surprise, Leo brought it up in the post-game interview, said, DeMar, what are your thoughts on finally winning in Sacramento? He had no idea that it never happened before. It's good to see the number one man on the Raptors squad finally take it to Sacramento, show him what he's worth. He had a fantastic game, dropped 9 dimes. Really good to see. 20-plus points, efficient from the field. Really good all-around game. So we'll jump right into the first quarter. Blowout to start, 13-0 run, partially in due to Ibaka starting really well. And then, as I said, DeMar was facilitating. Fantastic. He had one play that I'm going to save until the play of the game, but OG sort of had his hands on the ball all game, doing really good for the squad. So the Raptors all around did a good job in handling the Sacramento Kings. The one, I guess, issue came in the second quarter. Buddy Hield came off the bench and played absolutely fantastic. Okay, I apologize. I'm not sure if he came off the bench or not. I wasn't paying attention, but second quarter, he picked his game up, had a couple of threes, some good shimmies in the middle. He's a really silky player. Good to see. However, the Raptors were able to contain him moving forward. We had, as always, our boy, Freddie Van Fleek, coming out. He had one amazing play where he did a Euro around Vince Carter and absolutely turned him around, hit the floater in the lane. It was fantastic to watch, but the highlight, by far, of the second quarter, our boy, JV, Jonas Valanciunas, stroking it from 3. He's now 2 of 6 on the season. That's what we were promised coming into the season, that we were going to see our big man taking more J's, and hasn't really been delivered. However, it was fantastic to see him hit, and then to top it off, the very next play down the lane, Ibaka hit a back-to-back 3. So our bigs were shooting the lights out this game. All around, easy first half. A bit of a close score. However, DeMar hit a sweet turnaround jumper to finish it off at the buzzer. So pretty handily managed the Sacramento Kings. Some people were undoubtedly nervous moving into the second half, given our track record randomly with the Sacramento Kings. However, things were looking promising moving into the second half. So the Raptors continued to get things done in the second half. Not a lot to talk about there. I think maybe the key of the game was Lowry. We have our 2-time All-Star really struggled from the floor tonight. A lot of missed threes, a lot of missed shots. He was definitely trying to shoot his way out of it, which is the proper approach, especially in a game that, you know, we can take a couple of shots that we can afford to miss. The Kings weren't putting a lot of pressure on us. I mean, kudos to their young team. They were being aggressive all game, but I don't think there was ever a doubt throughout the entire duration that the Raps were going to let the game slip. Lowry was, however, doing everything else exceedingly well. Took 2 charges this game. He's the league leader in charges taken on the season with 19. The second most is 11, I believe. He had 2 3-pointers made, 3-pointer and ones, or one that he connected with, another that he got fouled. I think that was probably more due to Fox being a little antsy as a rookie, and being too aggressive in guarding one of the best 3-point shooters in the game. But Lowry obviously has the vision to be able to take those very smart plays. He had some fantastic defense as well. And you know what? I think he might be underrated as his ability to defend on the fast break. So when he takes charges, which everybody knows he's the best in the NBA, but when he decides to just contest a shot he jumped straight up. He's like old Roy Hibbert when the Indiana Pacers took the Miami Heat to the conference finals. Like Lowry jumps straight up, doesn't foul, fantastic, fast break defender. It was really good to see. Best play of the second half by far, our boy Jakob Pertl shooting the three. 1-for-1 on the season. Corner J. All of our big men were getting into it. They just needed to throw Bebe out, and then all of our 7-footers would have had the opportunity to make a three. We didn't see Bebe get much. We didn't see him get any playing time this game, but that's just the rotation that Dwayne Casey's going to play. Sometimes I guess he's not needed, and we didn't really, we missed the face tats, obviously, but the outcome is a victory, and I'm not going to question Dwayne Casey's methods in getting that. We did, however, have one questionable comparison. I'm totally a proponent for Siakam. I think he's fantastic. He's amazing. He has a crazy motor. He's just doing everything right. Once he develops his shot, he'll be a fantastic player, but Leo and Matty D were comparing him to Dennis Rodman, a rookie Dennis Rodman. I'm not sure if I see that potential in him quite yet. Perhaps you guys see something different, so definitely comment on that. Bring in your thoughts on, can Pascal Siakam equate to good Dennis Rodman? Maybe Pistons Dennis Rodman, or like very early Bulls Dennis Rodman. So yeah, easy game for the Raptors for the most part. Met with little resistance. We have a really young Kings squad besides, I guess, Vince Carter and Zach Randolph. Otherwise, we have Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox, Frank Mason the third, I think is his name. I'm not sure. But a bunch of rookies on the team. So obviously they're very inexperienced. They will be good if Sacramento can figure out what they want the team to look like and what the rotation should look like for the future development. But if they keep this core squad, they will eventually be a good team. But for the Raptors, it wasn't much of a challenge. So we'll move into the segments. Play the game. OG. Reverse slam. Off the baseline cut. With a feed from the facilitator of the game, DeRozan. It was nasty. Threw it over the back of his head. You love to see it. But the runner-up of the play of the game, for sure, Fred VanVleet's Euro on Vince Carter. He spun him around. He shook him. Oh, jeez. Play of the game was going to be JV took one to the face. Buddy Hield was dribbling up the court, lost his handle, threw it right into Jonas's big chin. But he's a tough lad, so he shook it off. Didn't affect him. So we're giving the OGs play of the game to some questionable referee decision-making, I guess, or referee deliberating. We had a bit of a tussle with DeMar, and I forget exactly who it was with. But we had a bit of a tussle on the court. Oh, it was with Bojan Bogdanovic. And the ref seen it after it happened and took probably a 10-minute deliberation on deciding what to do, ultimately giving nobody a foul or a technical, which is the proper decision to make. But it just was an unnecessary stop and play, unnecessary delaying game. I don't know why they didn't just move on in the first place. We had Ibaka that came and took DeMar away as soon as he seen it, so just unnecessary. That I was shaking my head. Oh, jeez, what's going on? And finally, the infamous, the one and only, DeMar Carroll Gold Star Award for worst performance, and I hate to say it, and I guess it's kind of a weak one too, but Lowry. Sorry, pal, but if you look at what we want DeMar Carroll to do with 3 and D, but he can't make his threes, that was, I guess, the same as Lowry this game. He just couldn't hit a shot, really, throughout this entire game. I mean, he made up for it. Lowry, way better than DeMar Carroll, and he had 7 assists. He had 2 charges taken. He was playing fantastic on defense. All around good game. Sometimes, I guess, the shots don't fall, so you have to give the award to somebody. It's to Lowry this game. I expect he'll bounce back, though, for the next game. So that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed this one, Raptors fans. If you have any questions, hit us in the comments or tweet us out.